Good evening, you're about to listen to the Odd Pod. We don't know why, however we are grateful you chose to. We do wish to inform you that the views, opinions and overall morality do not necessarily reflect those of the station, sponsors or musical entities. If you should choose to continue, and we sincerely hope that you do, just know, we try to advise you against these actions and we are not responsible for any damage done to your sanity, morals or ideals. Thank you. Here comes that terrible siren.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
And now, broadcasting from the heart of Metro Detroit, you're listening to the Odd Pod.
Double the D's for double the fun.
We'll do it live!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday night, and you're listening to the Odd Pod on Tap Detroit. Welcome. Corey made it again! Yeah. Two in a row!
It's a streak.
Oh, please don't put that idea into his head.
No, I was thinking, with Thanksgiving coming up, I'm going for that turkey.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Speaking of turkeys, I forgot my free turkey at work today. Son of a bitch. Whoops.
Well, Ace is here with us, too. How you doing, Ace?
Oh, we're still here.
Well, that's good.
Alive and kicking. Woke
Hell
up on
yeah.
the right side of the dirt.
Woo!
Let's bring this show full circle back to last week's show. As we went off the air, the first thing that was played was the suicide prevention again.
Yeah.
I think you need to talk to Planky. I think he's messing with us.
At this point, I'm just owning it. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, when I'm done and restart the auto DJ, every time, even though Planky says it's not ordered that way in the rotation.
I don't believe him anymore.
The suicide hotline, or suicide prevention hotline ad that Tap Detroit runs right after my show. And while I'm totally happy that, we're taking the time out to address that and make sure that people know that where they can go and whatnot, are you saying that you need it after my show?
Not that you don't. I was just saying, are you trying to...
Am I the cause?
Just a symptom.
But anyways, no, it's just a bit of fun that we've had. I've noticed it a couple of weeks in a row. And basically what it comes down to is he does kind of have it set that way in the playlist. He's got it set to play at a certain interval. And so since it doesn't it doesn't get to catch at that, it doesn't play at that interval because I have the control. Uh-huh. So immediately when the network kicked back in, it's like, oh, I haven't played this, let's play it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha, it's on like a timer.
Yeah, so, but it is a bit of fun. I don't know what else to say. Man, it's been a week. So I had to deliver another bicycle this week.
How'd that go?
Well,
Better
this one was in a box.
Oh, well.
Yeah, better than the first time. This one was in a box.
As it should be, okay? Like,
you wouldn't pay to have it put together. That's the only difference.
They sent him a floor model.
guaranteed that's what happened.
Yeah. But yeah, I had another bicycle, and at least it was in a box. It was easier to carry, but I was on another podcast this week too. I was cheating on all of you.
Oh, we feel so hurt and
I know, yeah.
Bastard.
No, I was on a podcast called What's Your Weird Story Podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I bet you fit right in.
Oh, yeah.
What was your weird story?
Oh, I told my list.
Oh,
which one?
Yeah. Well, they said, it's a lot like our show. It's a lot of freeform and whatnot. They talk to the person, and over the course of the length of the episode, the person tells different stories. Now, sometimes they lean more like paranormal and strange and weird and stuff like that. But it's life stories essentially. It's my Tell Me a Story segment in a whole podcast.
Cool.
I would not fit in there.
No.
Because 30 seconds is not enough. I've learned this a lot in my life.
As long as the way theirs is set up is like, as long as you can keep up with conversation, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
I can keep up.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah.
Don't you agree? Yes.
Spell ill-equipped.
I usually win with enthusiasm, you know?
Boy, he was really terrible at it, but he was so enthusiastic.
I was excited to be here. Excited to be here. Sorry I came.
Yeah.
No, but you know the stories I would have told. I've told them on the show. You know, getting trapped at the border, all the weird paranormal shit that I've been involved with. Talked about the two like cool gets for the podcast and whatnot. I even put those guys through interview roulette.
Oh yeah.
Because I mentioned it while we were talking, and I just had them pick 2 numbers each. And they were like, well, what is that? And I was like, well.
Here's the list.
So they will be publishing it on Tuesday.
Oh, so it hasn't aired yet.
Yeah, so Tuesday, you'll see a link through the Odd Pod page and myself, if you're friends with me personally, and the Odd Man. Pretty much every social media outlet that we have, we're going to push the link to their episode out. So if you have heard those stories before, just share it. And if you haven't, listen and then share it.
Well, it wasn't you.
Well, yeah. A lot of my stories, you should be thankful it wasn't you.
Those stories always have terrible... They suck when they happen, but they make good stories.
Yeah, all the best ones do. Yeah, that's the setup always.
In fact, Keji posted something this week. It was essentially, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Give everyone your best worst story about me. Like, post the worst thing about me. And I was like, don't ever trust him at the Canadian border.
Leave your ass there.
So I was excited to do that, and I there's a couple more opportunities that I think I might jump on and help spread the gospel of odd.
Why not?
Why not? I do want to start my own cult.
Oh, here he goes.
I actually
again.
have a story about me at the Canadian border.
Do you?
I do.
Do you remember all of it?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Are you going to white girl in a horror movie it?
See, I had just turned 19.
Here we go, folks.
And I happened to smoke a lot of pot. And my brother was like, we got to go to Canada. And I was like, abso-fucking-lutely, because he's up from Florida, you know? He had just moved back. And so me, him, and my buddy all go. And, like, right before we went, I decide I should clean out my car, at least remove the weed. Right?
Smart.
Because at the time, I was not very smart with my weed. It was everywhere. In fact, I had a quarter break open in my glove box where there was a bunch of crushed up tobacco also, right? So my version of cleaning was to get rid of all of this crap out of just that area and leave the rest of the car a fucking mess. And we get to the border, and they're like, what are you doing here? I tense up. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, obviously we're here for the casino. That's all I had to say. But I shut up, looked at my brother, and I'm like, why are we here? And he's like, we're going to the casino. So I repeat it. And she's like, I'm going to need you guys to pull off to the side. We're assuming because of his Florida license and my hesitation. And they search my car. And the three of us are lined up on this wall while they're just, like, ransacking my vehicle. And they're like, Corey, is everything going to be okay? And I'm like, I hope so. I think it is, but I hope so. I didn't go through everything,
If you have a God, start praying to them.
So then they escort us inside. And they didn't find anything in the vehicle, which was awesome. Bonus. And then they start running our backgrounds, see if we got any warrants, if we're felons, whatever. And they're like, are you good? I'm like, I'm good. My buddy's like, I'm good. And my brother goes, I have a misdemeanor. And the lady's like, for what and where? And he goes, well, I got a misdemeanor in Texas, at the Texas-Arizona border or something like that, or Mexico border, for 5 pounds of marijuana. And she goes, a misdemeanor? And I have never seen my brother more proud. He goes, a misdemeanor. And she goes, hold on a second. Walks away, goes off into the back. I'm assuming 30, 40 minutes of trying to call Texas, nobody answers. She comes back and she's just like, you guys have a good night, you know?
It's a good thing they didn't answer the phone.
Right.
So it's just like an hour of us waiting there. My brother, proud as shit, like it's just a misdemeanor, 5 pounds. She was shocked. Absolutely shocked. But yeah, and then we went into Canada and had a great time and came back.
Well, safely. At least you got to go home.
Mostly safely.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still in Canada?
Nope. I'm not allowed to go back. That's another story.
That's a totally different story.
Yeah.
Sounds like up until he said that, I was pretty sure that Kenji and Corey just needed to go to Canada together just to see what would happen.
Yeah, see
Who
comes
abandoned
back
who?
and don't. They both get trapped on the other side. Have to send a rescue team.
Staring at America like, I wish I could go there.
I loved America.
I hate maple syrup.
And beer. All I got is Molson Gold.
Who just said 5 pounds of weed? I guess everything is bigger in Texas. I guess minus the charge, you know? No, everybody in jail told him, they were like, just take it to court. The weed will be gone by then. And he did. And then when he got in front of the judge was like, do you have a way home? And he was like, I have a bus ticket that I didn't tell you guys about. And they just let him go and was like, call back here when you get home. And he did, and they were like, never heard of you. And he hung up the phone.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know who the hell you are.
I don't believe he even has a misdemeanor. I think that marijuana vanished, and so did he, you know?
Marijuana tends to do that.
Delete.
Disappears up in smoke.
We've got new merch.
Ooh.
My Bigfoot poster.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
with
dropped?
yours. Yep.
Cool.
Actually, it's on clothing as well now.
Cool. Good. I had to do that.
So when you go to the Little Shop of Oddities, you'll see two of the design. One says Bigfoot poster. The other one says Bigfoot merch.
I got my package today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Very fun.
Oh, and
I liked your idea so much I'm stealing it,
Right, yeah,
but
knock
just
yourself
not
out.
at that high of a scale.
Do what you can.
just so you know, we do have a Battle of the Co-Host things going on, so if you don't like any of the designs that have been going up there, at least go buy a coffee mug or a t-shirt with your favorite host's face on it. So far, we have a clear leader, and it ain't Corey,
Aw.
and it ain't me.
Du.
You know, I almost hope nobody else buys anything, because at least for once you'll be a winner.
Liar.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, even though I had to pay for it. You know,
Okay, I should
Yeah.
say there is no winning.
a bought in victory is still a victory.
Right. I'm just counting numbers, that's all. But, yeah, you can go to the Little Shop of Oddities, and there are coffee mugs and t-shirts, each with our individual face and a QR code that you can show people, and it takes them to our stuff.
That just shows I'm a bigger fan of myself than our fans.
Yeah, that's how it should be, though.
I think
you
we
know?
all are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think we are our own fans.
I call it selfish, but I guess it's called vanity
Oh.
in other circles. I don't know.
After me, you're the second favorite.
As I've always told my exes, I always come first. It's not an awe moment. Again, showed up with enthusiasm. Sorry, I came.
You just better be glad there's no Yelp reviews for sexual performance.
Oh, I am.
Yep, he showed up.
Sorry, he came.
I'm surprised there's no app for that.
Really?
In the day and age of Tinder and everything.
Yeah. I can just see it now. He showed up. He did half the work.
Previous
Yes,
matches
it'd be great.
have rated him 2.5 stars.
I had to finish the job after his shift.
I gave him a D. He had enthusiasm.
Needs improvement.
I feel like D is the grade you're looking for, you know?
I was always happy with him. Yes, it's not an E. Yay!
Just barely. Let's see. Oh, you remember how you and I were talking about Amazing Jonathan last week?
Yeah, the guy ran over by the car.
Yeah, and we weren't sure what exactly happened
to him.
Well, I found out what happened to him.
What happened to him?
He has cardiomyopathy.
Boy, that don't sound good.
No. So essentially, what happened was when he was at his height and like had hit that baseline where he was just riding that high.
Right.
He was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy and told that he only had a year left to live.
Damn.
And then 3 years later, after he quit the business and like gave a shit ton of his possessions and stuff away and sold it,
Start feeling better?
No. But he was still alive, and he was like, well, fuck, I'm still here. And decided to do a comeback farewell tour.
Sounds like something Kiss would do.
So, or have done.
Well, yeah, or still doing.
Yeah. So, I always kind of got the impression that a lot of his douchebagness in his act wasn't an act.
No, that was just his personality shining through.
Yeah. He was putting his personality to work for him. So there are 2 documentaries about The Amazing Jonathan.
Really? I didn't know that neither.
Yes.
I'm going to watch those.
One of them is on Hulu, and the other one you can find on YouTube. So the weird thing is they are in stark contrast of each other. It is almost as if they were designed, and they were shot by 2 different people. Actually, technically, they were shot by 5 different people. And they paint Jonathan in a very different light, almost like they wanted to do. You have to watch both of them to get the whole story.
Polar opposites.
Yeah. So, like, in the one that you can find on YouTube is Always Amazing, and it paints him as this, like, charismatic, fun-loving, big-hearted, kind of jerky, but, like, fairly decent guy.
That's how I thought of him.
And, they touch on the fact that he's done drugs.
Yeah, he was heavy into drugs.
Here.
The other one shows what kind of rotten, selfish, rat bastard prick he actually is.
Here.
And, like, to the point of he was taking breaks to smoke meth during the other interview.
That's the Dr. Jekyll theory.
Yeah.
When you're on drugs, you got both sides.
He brought in this documentary crew. And then as they were filming, he became more problematic to try to get time with. And he had brought in another documentary crew. After that, he brought in a 3rd documentary crew, all while screwing over the first guy every step of the way that he could. At the end of it, in total, there were 4 different documentary crews
documenting the same thing.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and only 2 documentaries got made.
That's funny.
Now,
Did he ever pass?
No, he's still alive.
Great.
Could you imagine selling all your stuff because the doctor told you were going to die?
Oh, yeah.
And then you live.
Dealt with enough doctors to know better than that.
I guess we should also, okay, so some people might be, who the fuck is Amazing Jonathan? Amazing Jonathan is this, late 80s, 90s, and into 2000s. Amazing Jonathan is this weird mashup of prop comic and magician. Like Cara had Robin Williams and cocaine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds promising.
Yeah, well, his show was good. Like, it was entertaining to watch. It was shocking. It was entertaining. The magic was
drama.
Yeah, the magic was kind of sloppy.
He was the one that held up his fist and put a towel over it, and he said, "I'm going to make a bird appear," and they'd pull it off, and he'd be holding up his middle finger.
He
was the one that started that.
He would drink a bottle of Windex on stage, and he would say helps keep him from streaking.
Yeah, he'd be standing there, he'd go, oh no, and he'd grab up a bottle of Windex, and he'd chug that bottle of Windex. I felt like streaking. This helps me prevent streaking.
Yeah. After he got sick, he had a baby doll with a straw coming out the back of it, and he would say, don't let people tell you anything negative about stem cells. He was a shock. A shock show.
He was the one that also tried doing a knife routine, and in the knife routine it goes bad, and he starts squirting blood all over the place, and people was freaking out, and then he goes, it's just a joke.
But he did say that he did drugs on stage in front of everybody, almost every performance.
Yep. Well, it was part of his routine. He would fake act like he was snorting coke, and he was actually snorting coke.
Yeah. The thing that I didn't realize, though, he never changed his act. The act that he started with,
pretty much the same. It changed a little bit, but not much.
No, there's
the same.
Yeah, it is
for about 20 years.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right.
But here's the thing: other comedians and other fucking magicians and stuff, they do change. They do different things. He had one act, and that was it.
But part of his act, he would go into the audience and say, what do you do for a living? And he would make fun. So there was some randomness to his act. So
to an extent.
Yeah.
Because at one point during the Somber documentary, he was talking about going out on stage because they were filming him during this comeback tour.
Right.
And he grabbed one of the documentary camera guys to be a stooge in the audience. So it's not as random as it might seem. And, there are magicians and comedians that do both those things.
Yeah, that's common practice.
But, yeah, so I would suggest if you watch them, you watch the serious one first and finish with the happier. Go back and
watch his old stand-up. I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same show, so it doesn't matter what area.
Just find one.
Yeah. Really, the ones that I like the best is after he brought in Psychic Tanya.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of his really early stuff when he was doing the comedy houses, the brick wall stand-up comedy stuff, that was some of his best stuff, I think.
Yeah, but it's still the same act. Yeah. He just incorporated it.
Mm-hmm. A little bit more enthusiastic sell.
Yeah, that first one though was a real bummer. You were like, I was right. I always kind of got the impression that he was a dick, and yeah, I was right. But he's got a lot of famous friends, and a lot of people still, they accept him for the dick that he is. Because they see that he is a creative genius.
He was the first one I ever saw do the pencil up the nose gimmick and then pull it out his ear. And he just keep doing it and screaming.
You remember our friend Robert Lewis, right?
Yeah.
Bob is coming to the network.
Really?
Yeah. Cool. His show, Radio Americana, will be coming to Tap Detroit very soon.
Awesome. Great for both of them.
It'll be Sundays at 2. In fact, you'll hear a promo when we go to break. As we're leading into break, we have quite a bit of new music for you this week. Our first break here has 4 new artists. You're going to get 4 songs, which I know is rare. I usually only give you 3, but we'll extend the fun size a little bit for you. You're going to get, actually, Corey.
That's me.
Yeah. This first song, actually, you can talk about.
Oh, Katie's on first lineup?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, my buddy Kirk released a new album. It's his first, I believe, outside of his SoundCloud stuff. He's been working on this kind of stuff for a while. COVID hit, and he actually went down to Georgia, I think, and did a lot of recording during COVID, which looked awesome on Facebook, as it usually does. He said it was wild. What song did he decide to play? Changes?
Changes.
Yeah. All right. This is a really good one. One of my 2 favorites. I think it's like a 9-album track or something that he released. But he's really good. You should give them a listen.
I listened to a couple of things on Spotify. Like Changes was the first song that it brought me to, and I really liked it. And I went and listened to some of the other tracks, and it's really good.
Some of them have the same like feel as far as sound goes to me, but he's definitely got unique bars on all of them.
There's a vibe that his music seems to kind of carry.
For sure.
And so that's understandable where you've got similar sounding songs when you're riding that same vibe. But anyways, we've got Kirk, was it Derek?
What?
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's his full name. I call him KD, alright? Fuck off, I call him KD, like it's just not my fault. It's like when I text my buddy Bulbasaur, sometimes I'll use his legal name, Jordan, and end up texting my friend Jordan, and he goes, wrong Jordan, bud.
Wow. What did I tell you earlier? Being friends with you is like watching a toddler discover the world.
Yeah. Always a good time.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Excited
I'll leave you alone now.
Sorry, I can't.
He had enthusiasm. Woo!
All right. So you're going to hear Corey's friend KD. You're going to hear Andre Comeau. He's one of our new artists. We played him last week, but because he was intended to be in this week, you're going to hear his song Want You to Hurt Again. You're going to hear Bullet to the Heart, Decay. And you're going to... That's not what that should be called. I don't know why that is. Give me just 1 second, folks. I'll fix this.
We know what we're doing. We really...
Kingdom Collapse. That's the other one. It's in there weird, and I don't know why it is.
I think that's the one I listened to earlier.
Yeah, Kingdom Collapse, Unbreakable.
Yeah, good tune.
You're also going to hear a promo for the What's Your Weird Story podcast, and you're going to hear one for Robert Lewis's Americana show coming to Tap Detroit. It has been a wild ride this week because we've been getting new music left and right. So pay attention on Mondays to the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Odd Pod. We do new music Mondays, and it's usually 3 artists every Monday, so you'll get to see what's coming that week.
We got them stacked up and waiting to go.
Well, I told you last time, I did a count, and we were up to like 82 some bands.
Yep, you're welcome.
Yeah. So we're working towards an even 100.
Yep, getting it out there. That's what it's about.
In fact, I had one that hit my inbox today that we'll be playing. I might try to slide it in next week. It's Party Divide.
Must like it.
Yeah, they are friends with Stormstress.
Oh, cool. I like Stormstress.
Yeah, they hit my email and for the Odd Pod and said, "Hey, Stormstress sent you our way, or sent us
cool.
your way."
Yeah, nice. Word of mouth. Everybody helping one another.
Yep. We also have a few new songs from the Chinchillionaires that we'll be doling out. So the end of the year is shaping up to have quite a bit of new music.
Cool. We're always looking for new music.
And I was going back and forth about getting other bands. So, like, we're going to keep stacking it up. There's going to come a point where we're going to probably try to redo the Battle of the Bands thing. But we're going to have to build the relationship with the bands and start getting them...
A little bit more participation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't do it all.
Yeah. You've got to tell your people to come listen or come request or vote. Those are the things that's going to come down to, because we're going to end up having a shit ton of music, and we're going to have to start figuring out how we're going to restructure things.
It'll help.
Yeah. So we're already working on some great relationships with some of the bands that we're already working with.
Yes.
So I am very excited about that, and it might mean the Battle of the Bands thing can become a reality again. So I like the idea of that. I like the idea of you having
it's fun for our listeners if they want to participate, and if they participate, great, we'll do it. But if they're not going to participate,
there's no reason to put in the effort. Yeah. I'm
exactly.
just not going to do it.
Kind of at your doorstep.
So, anyways, enjoy what's coming, and I'll tell you what you heard when we come back again. You're listening to the Odd Pod on tapdetroit.com, and we will be right
Now
back.
it's time for the Odd Pod's Patreon shout-out. Big thanks to Bryce Rogers, Tiki, Billy Yum, Mr. Robbins, Justin Burnside and Zaldor of Zaldor's World Podcast for becoming a patron. We hope you enjoy our long, uncut and girthy episodes until you're fully satisfied and left shaking from laughter. For everyone else, you can join our Patreon too. Just head to patreon.com/theoddpod. Become a patron and reap the benefits today.
I'm Adam Beebe.
I'm Barry Johnston.
We're the hosts of a new podcast called What's Your Weird Story?
Our podcast is based around your stories, weird stories, strange stories,
True stories.
We're building a community of listeners and storytellers.
So if you got a weird story, maybe you saw a UFO, or maybe you had coffee with Bigfoot. There are lots of weird stories out there, and we want to hear them all. So catch us on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, SoundCloud, Stitcher, all your listening platforms, all the places you can get a podcast, and follow us on Twitter at What's Your Weird. Follow us on Instagram at What's Your Weird Story. Join us on our Facebook page. If you got a weird story, we want to hear it.
New episodes are released every Tuesday.
Are you tired of incense that stinks? Motor City Candleworks is Metro Detroit's #1 source for premium handmade incense, as well as hand sanitizer and now massage oil, with a wide array of scents inspired by Michigan cities and attractions. You're sure to find a fragrance that'll keep your love of the mitten burning all year round. Head to MotorCityCandleworks.com and order yours today. And make sure you find them on Facebook too for all of their upcoming sales and events. Motor City Candleworks. Michigan handmade scents that just make sense.
That smell. The kind of smelly smell.
Hello, this is Robert Lewis, and I just wanted to let you know about my new show here on Tap Detroit. It's called Radio Americana. I'll be bringing you interviews, local musicians, and music and more. That's Radio Americana, Sunday afternoons at 2 o'clock.
And you hear those trumpets blow. Will you know just where you're going? When the wind
Yes, rain. On many days I've gone through many phases, but I never change, and I never change for you. I never change for you. Yes, rain. On many days I've gone through many phases, but I never change, and I never change for you. I never change for you. I've been asked for many changes in my past life, thinking like, damn, I really wish you never asked. I am who I am, right? Never switch like bringing light to the past night. Give me that gas light, you better act right. Been indifferent towards the ones that won't ask nice. Cut that shit out of my head like I had lice. You not important, I don't listen to advice. Keep my eyes closed, you obstructing my damn sight. They always want me to change. They always want me to change. Instead of being the same, I'm saying the same old me. You know I try to refrain. You know I try to refrain. But if I fail, who can I blame? And the blame, there ain't been no one I can blame but myself. Left my bad eggs in the shadow, sonic speed with some stealth. I'm on a mission in that kitchen, need a shroom for my health. I've been cooking on my own so long, like damn, you know that scent so strong. God, I'm wondering when my turn is up and making me. Got a minute till I'm worried about that, so just take a seat. Take some notes, a king will take his death before admit defeat. Maybe you just thought that you the one and it was all a dream. Maybe all the things you wanted ain't been what they seem. Maybe one day you'll see acting dope won't keep you fresh and clean. Maybe your potential isn't high and you just need to seek something different in this world to drive you, so just let it be. Many phases, but I never change. I never change for you. I never change for you. They always want me to change. They always want me to change. Instead of being the same, I'm same old man. You know I try to refrain. You know I try to refrain. But if I fail, who can I blame? And the blame ain't you.
I know you're thinking of me. I hope it's haunting your dreams. When you're unraveling, you fall apart at the seams. In the past, it was me who asked. Like trash, I was kin to dirt. But don't take my amusement the wrong way, baby. I want you to hurt. You lost your better half. You got a cup not quite full. I hope you hear me laugh, thinking the things that you pulled. It's a fact that I had to act wisely, whistle while I worked. But don't take my amusement the wrong way, baby. I want you to hurt. Burn every letter, misinterpret what I said. Found someone better. Went away, not knowing what I meant. If that's what I am worth, don't try to use my words against me. That will not work. Don't take my amusement the wrong way, baby. I want you to hurt. Burn every letter, misinterpret what I said. Found someone better. Went away, not knowing what I meant. If that's what I am worth, don't try to confuse your rights with my wrongs, baby. I want you to hurt. You must have lost your head. What did you think you were doing? And our lives ahead run down in ramshackle ruin. I will not stand for what you demand. Your simple plan just will not work. But don't act like you didn't try to use me. That part is the worst. Don't take my amusement the wrong way, baby. I want you to hurt. I want you to hurt.
Hi, this is your friendly neighborhood radio DJ Oddman. Just wanted to let you know that the Odd Pod has an official merch shop set up for all the oddities eager to get covered in a bit of odd. Or maybe you want to seduce your partner by slipping into something a little more odd.
Ooh la la.
Maybe you just want to wallpaper a room in your house with stickers, because we got them too.
I'm gonna need more stickers.
You can find a link on our page via Facebook or on our page over at tapdetroit.com/The Odd Pod. So show your support and love for The Odd Pod today by picking up something from our store.
I hear your cries. They call me from the other side, but I can't feel you. You're slowly killing me, fake. Every word, I'm not right. What you see is never me, and I want to trust in you, but everything's not serene. I will not fear when I'm the one who's lost, 'cause I'm just like you, decaying from the inside. Your reflection lies. You say that everything's alright, but I can't see through. I'm slowly killing you, hate. Every word, let me fight. The surface bleeds and I believe the wounds will never heal. These words will mark the scars. I will not fear when I'm the one who's lost, 'cause I'm just like you, decaying from the inside. When no hope is gone, I promise I'll be strong, 'cause I know you want me to go
This just in. It seems the entire planet is being overtaken by a force unlike anything we've ever seen before. Its tentacles reach across the entire globe, from Beijing to Boston, from Moscow to Madrid. There seems to be no escaping its influence. It seems life as we know it will be forever changed now that the Odd Pod has arrived. To stay up to date on all developments, and we're urging that you stay informed, you can hear the latest information about the Odd Pod by searching for it on all major podcasting platforms. Remember, we can only be as safe as we are vigilant.
That's right. Be vigilant, or don't. I don't care.
I'm vigilant for about 30 seconds. Yeah. I'm glad to be back.
All right. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad that.
And a lot of those artists were great, dude.
Yeah, they were.
I'm glad you got those speakers.
Yeah, because now everyone can hear.
Yeah, I wasn't putting those headsets on. I got big ears.
The headsets are only needed when we do interviews. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't do interviews that often. So you're good. Yeah, yet. But, you know.
No.
Well, it's because I use Discord for the interviews, and most people are like, what's a Discord? Like, it's super simple. I'm scared to learn a new stuff! All right.
I am.
Didn't know we were quoting Paul.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
I'm with you,
I don't know
Paul.
how to make it work.
I don't know. I'm rapidly approaching that part where the world confuses me.
But you didn't accidentally delete your contacts twice.
Give me time.
You wish twice.
I only knew him twice.
Oh yeah, I still do it. I don't know how I do
He just deletes
it.
all of his contacts.
She gets pissed at me because I don't know.
Yeah, it's not your fault that you don't know.
I don't know what button I'm not supposed to push that I am pushing, but
there's no labels, no sticky notes.
I don't know how I'm doing it.
Stop pushing buttons.
Well, it's not like I'm going out of my way to do it.
But yeah, so that was Corey's friend KD.
He's got a great voice. He really does.
I figured out what the vibe was too. It was lo-fi.
Yeah,
lo-fi is the vibe.
Corrected me. Lo-fi hip hop. I like it.
Andre Comeau, I gotta figure out how to pronounce that name. It's gonna drive me nuts otherwise. Yeah, Bullet to the Heart and Kingdom Collapse. So,
yeah, I like that Kingdom Collapse. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. As we always say, even though the music may not necessarily be our particular
cup of tea,
we still recognize talent.
Yeah.
And just because we don't necessarily enjoy that style of music ourselves does not mean that it doesn't deserve showcasing, and it won't have an audience with our audience.
Well, just like I said off air, I said your friend KD, I believe his name was, is he's got a really good voice. His genre, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can tell he's got an awesome voice. He really does.
So I look forward to playing his music more often.
Absolutely.
All right. You guys ready to go on a trip of things you wish you didn't know?
Not really.
Absolutely.
I showed up, didn't I?
We're on a road to nowhere. So, Joe Rogan has recently revealed that he can perform autofellatio on himself.
And
that look is great.
Woo!
I jumped right back to Howard Stern. Is this what we're talking about?
No, Joe Rogan is claiming that he can suck his own dick.
Really?
Yeah.
Way to go, Joe.
He opened up about the particular skill.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he sat down with for a podcast with Ari Schaefer and some other people. It was an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, and during a lengthy chat, the conversation turned sexual, and they started talking about rimming. For those of you that don't know what rimming is, Google at your own risk. They then moved on how to keep that part of your body clean before discussing manscaping. It was during that string of conversation that Joe revealed he has a special trick. He said, I shave it every few months, and it makes the fart sound completely different.
Wait.
Yeah. they were talking about the difficulty of trying to get into a position where you could shave and see, and that's where Rogan says, I'm very flexible. I can spread my legs apart. I can go head between my legs. Yeah, I could suck my own dick if I wanted to. I've never done it. I've just put it around my face so I know I could do it.
Liar. I feel like this is like leading into his Alpha Brain supplement conversation. Like, look what I figured out I could do because I take Alpha Brain. Like,
let's see what the fly on the wall says about that.
Well, there are some for years that have claimed that Joe has his head up his ass. Not quite.
Not quite. Almost.
A few more stretches.
He's pulling his way there. Almost there.
Like, I know I've talked about a lot of shit that, I've done, but I don't know if I could do that, I don't know if that's something that I'd go around bragging about.
I wouldn't go about bragging about it, but if I could get my own dick in my mouth, I'd never leave my room again. You'd never see my ass again.
Well, if he disappeared, what happened?
I'd die of dehydration. Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't.
He'd be his own Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah. And he's off again.
forbidden milk.
And that's why you're here.
And that, little Jimmy, is the true meaning of nut milk.
There's your almond juice.
They make milk out of other nuts.
Yeah. Still nut juice. No matter what.
He doesn't have an almond tree in his backyard.
In the list of sex toys we did not need.
I'll be the judge of that.
All right. But you've got to get it and report back to us.
I don't want to hear that.
There's officially a Pete Davidson sex toy.
Oh.
Who the hell's Pete Davidson?
He's on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
He's also currently
That's Pete Davidson.
Kim
Oh,
Kardashian.
okay. I know who he is.
Yeah. Please tell me that you noticed every one of the fucking Kardashian sisters went from like one thing directly to the opposite. They're all dating like skinny white guys that look like they're on heroin.
So here's the thing: when the other two got with Travis Barker and Machine Gun Kelly, I sat back and I was like, "Well, we get to watch the Kardashians ruin another man or two."
Another guy hits the dust,
and then Pete gets with Kim. And I have hope that Pete will break the cycle. I hope Pete fucks up the Kardashians.
After seeing what the Kardashians did to Bruce Jenner, I would steer clear of him.
It wasn't just Bruce, though.
That guy got done. He cut his shit off.
There's
Bruce Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Him.
Yeah. Well, there's also Lamar Odom, Kanye. I mean,
yeah, they're all screwed.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them were messed up before they hooked up with them.
Well, just change his name.
I feel like you have to be messed up to get with a Kardashian.
Yeah. So apparently there is a dildo that has been modeled after Pete's own member, and it has been said before that Pete is not ill-equipped.
Well, good for him.
So, my earlier statement, I retract it.
You don't want.
You're right. Nobody needs this.
Oh, I got one more. Demi Lovato has released a gender-neutral sex toy.
What?
Okay, what the hell were you? Never mind.
Okay,
Just never mind.
I don't understand.
What the hell is that?
That is
you gotta come
the
see
power
this.
of Christ compelling.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Jesus. Yeah, I've seen those.
It's like I got 3.
Oh, okay.
It looks like any other fucking sex toy.
It looks like
So that means they're all gender neutral.
Okay, wait a minute. So
Kinda
it's
looks like a butt
wand, a butt plug, and a vibrator.
like an
All in
oversized
one?
butt plug.
Yeah, in like a little carrying case.
I like the carrying case.
You don't need a sex toy on the go.
Well, hold on.
No, him.
You'll be the judge of that.
Again,
To me,
hold on.
Just him.
to me, it looks like other things that I've seen on the market. So, like, all sex toys other than sleeves are relatively gender neutral.
It's technically
Yeah, I don't get it, but okay.
I didn't understand it either.
It's like
Demi Lovato
and beans.
Demi Lovato is also one of the ones that has said that, or she was the one that said that extraterrestrials don't like being called aliens.
Yeah, because she talks to so many of them, and they're upset.
Hey, maybe she's been riding that gender-neutral sex toy for too long.
I just want to get rich and famous enough that I can say and do crazy shit. Also, well, yeah,
you
but
can
I'm not
already
rich and
say
famous.
and do crazy shit.
So you're just short of rich and famous. That's all.
You ain't never seen me do coke on stage or tell you what aliens like to be called.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've never seen you do coke, period.
Fair.
Not yet.
So, I mean, yeah. But yeah, 2 sex toys, I do not believe society needed. I don't know.
Just don't get general neutral giant butt plugs, but okay.
You know,
wait, oh, sure.
It's like Slinky. It's fun for a girl and a boy.
Yeah, but yeah, just a regular butt plug could be the same thing.
Yes.
I mean, not my cup of tea, but some people enjoy that.
This
go
won't,
both ways.
This probably won't make any sense to you, Ace, but everyone else in the room should get this. All I can think of, too, with that thing is, you know, it doesn't matter what shape it is. It goes in the square hole.
Wow. I'm almost glad I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there's a seeming...
I don't want to know.
No, it's innocent. It really is. There's this video, I think it's been on TikTok, but I think it was on YouTube or the internet first, but it's like that puzzle game that you give little kids. It's got simple shapes. It's got square, triangle, star.
Right.
You know, everything fits in the square hole.
Oh, yeah.
Everything fits because of the way that you can manipulate the object, and they're just wide enough and right enough. Everything fits into the square hole.
Bloop,
yep.
Bloop, bloop. Done.
Yeah, and you hear this happy voice. It picks up like the triangle, like, this is a triangle. Do we know where that goes?
Clunk in the square hole.
That's right. It goes in the square hole.
Until you get to the square, and then it only fits through the round hole.
So, this made me laugh. So I saw a video on TikTok. Hold on.
Odds dying.
TikTok
He's
is
choking
just...
to death
There's
here.
so much different content on TikTok. It's wild how fast, like, algorithms will pull you one way or another.
I'm new to TikTok. I've just been the last 8 months, and yeah, it's strange. It just takes you all over the place.
While I was coughing, I remembered I was wrong. I did not see this on TikTok, but thank you guys for the patter.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
It was actually on a...
Ooh.
They're not the only ones.
That's why he married you.
No, it's actually on another podcast that I've been checking out. It's I believe it's Dumast or Dumbast podcast. It's on YouTube. I'll link to it with this episode. I've been watching them, and they're pretty good. But one of the guys was talking about how he won Thanksgiving last year.
How do you win Thanksgiving?
He showed up with a turkey that came from Popeyes.
Popeyes makes turkeys?
Yep.
Yes, they do.
Popeyes is open on Thanksgiving?
Everything's open on Thanksgiving.
Slave drivers.
And they were giving him shit like, bro, you didn't win Thanksgiving. Your mom made a turkey? Yeah. And you showed up with a turkey from Popeyes and nobody touched her turkey? Yeah, you didn't win.
That's a lose.
Yeah. But it was funny because I was watching that, and then I found this, that apparently Taco Bell wants everyone to have diarrhea for Black Friday. Cool. Taco Bell is giving away free Friendsgiving packs that include hot sauce butter rolls.
Hot sauce butter rolls and extra grease.
Did you notice there were a few of us that were like, ooh, and some of us were like, oh.
Yeah. They know what it's going to feel like Saturday morning.
Yeah, so it's this pack, and you get some sauces, some rolls. It looks like a few tacos and a burrito of some sort or something. But
keep it all together.
Yeah. Let's see.
I got my dinner with yours.
That's the kind of meal you don't want to fall through your bathroom floor after.
Okay, here it is. Inside the party pack, you'll find food that needs preheating or a bit more prep. And they all take OG menu items to the next level. The first up is the Cinnabon Delights Candied Yams, which features Cinnabon buns and a touch of cayenne pepper for a kick. Also in the box are rolls with hot sauce packet butter, which includes a butter blend real hot sauce. The green bean casserole supreme is made with ingredients from the iconic Taco Supreme. And finally, the build your own dessert nachos are triangle shaped shortbread cookies that come with crunchy toppings, chocolate sauce, and caramel sauce.
You'll be lucky to get this shit. You'll probably vomit shortly after you eat that. Because that don't sound good at all.
Individual pieces of it might not necessarily be bad. Like the candied yams might be okay.
No,
what?
I don't think so.
Why? Because of the cayenne pepper?
It's from Taco Bell.
Look, nobody eats Taco Bell to like themselves.
Yeah, it's like eating White Castle.
I want you to know that Taco Bell's entire business model exists simply because we have a nation of people that hate themselves that much.
I hate you so much right now. We're ordering Taco Bell right now.
Putting it to the test, I see. We gotta find out first, Hayden.
What did I say?
I was like, what happened?
Don't worry, honey. We got you food too.
Got you some too.
That's a risky
I didn't particularly
move with only
hate
one
myself
toilet.
that much, but I guess I'm gonna.
Yeah, if somebody thought of me, I'll hate myself.
That's like when someone says, I'll pray for you. Don't, it tickles.
Oh, please stop.
4 people eating Taco Bell, 1 toilet.
Yeah.
I saw something like this on the internet.
Yeah. I've seen that somewhere before.
4 adults, one porcelain
Oh, God, please move. Spread your legs wider.
We're stacking.
So,
how's it going on the bottom down there?
When Billy and Ari end up staying the night, when Billy gets up, if I haven't hit the bathroom yet, he's told to wait a minute.
I'll wait more than a minute.
You know what? No, because I'll get my ass in there and get right out. He was over here the other day and had Taco Bell, and I looked at him and was like, you're not allowed to shit until I take my shower. Like, I'm not. No.
I'm not breathing that.
And I was trying to get to the end of the an episode we were watching, and I was just like, nah, I know that clock's ticking. Although, to be fair, I can destroy my own bathroom as well.
Fair.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at it, but I ain't going to linger in somebody else's.
No, but you will subject your family to the omega-3s.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's been a while.
Yeah, well, come over more often.
Huh?
I'm back on the tuna kick. I can help you.
I'm good.
Come on.
I'm not that brave.
Yeah, I don't even want to be in the car with me.
So I posted part of the story is Santa Claus is. It was the headline is Santa Claus is totally fucked over by Bitcoin miners. And basically, it's because there are a lot of people that want graphics cards for Christmas. And once again, Bitcoin miners have eaten up almost the entire stock.
Bastards.
So what a lot of people are doing, my friends, recently have been, over the last 2 days, sending plenty of links of pre-built computers that have solid graphics cards in them. And so people are buying pre-builds and then flipping the graphics cards because it's a really good fucking market right now.
Yeah.
So you spend like $1,800 on a computer and then take the graphics card out and sell that motherfucker for the cost of the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
At least.
Yeah. So do you got $1,800 I can borrow?
No.
Yes and no.
But there's a lot of things too. It's going to be an interesting year for Christmas to see how people handle the fact that not everything is going to be available.
People are so used to getting exactly what they want when they want it. If they don't get it, I'm going to throw a hissy fit.
Yeah, we have a whole
We're going to have a big
section of
pile
YouTube
melted
devoted to them.
snowflakes.
I should sell that Radeon. I was
Yeah,
just thinking about that. It's been sitting in my
it's a
fucking
seller's
room.
market.
Yeah.
If you had a little forethought, bought up the right things, you could make a fortune this Christmas.
Yeah.
This is why no time travel is real yet.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it is real, but I think it's being used for something else.
Time travel could be real.
I believe it's military at this point. Like really high, close.
I don't know. Could explain some of the Mandela effects and stuff too. People riding along, someone jumps back to make themselves rich, and there's a slight glitch. That's how we got Shaq's Shazam.
Well,
I remember that movie.
well, in the 80s, the government admitted, like, they released a document that said that they could teleport soldiers.
I've dove deep in so many conspiracy theories. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Nothing would surprise me. It's just a matter of can you wrap your head around it.
Possible versus probable.
Well, it's like when they came out and finally said, okay, UFOs, that shit, you're all not crazy. It's real.
Anytime you look up in the sky and see something that you don't know what the hell it is, it's a UFO.
But they
Didn't say anything.
Aliens.
Yeah, there.
And here's the thing. What did they expect? Rioting in the streets? We're like, yeah, we fucking knew that.
Well, because they climatized us to it. Over the last 20 years, they've been nursing us into it. Back in the 80s, you said you saw a UFO, they locked you down and sent you to a psychiatrist. Nowadays, they're like, yeah, I got a story too. Here, I saw a UFO, and they break into their stories. People ain't afraid to tell their UFO stories anymore.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a different scenario when they touch down in front of us.
I saw a really fun thread on
Haven't they
Reddit.
already? It would be the real question.
When
They already here?
when we see it.
When we see it, so what are they going to do? Open up the side of a mountain, wheel out a UFO, and say, we've been here for years?
I don't honestly know, but that's when it becomes real for most of America, though. As like the moment that it's made 100% crystal clear.
Well, they reported it on the news. Isn't that real?
Depends.
Boy, that was a loaded question.
Yeah, that depends entirely on a lot of circumstances. I am, I don't know.
Like I said, I believe from what I've looked into, I personally believe that they've been here since before World War II. Probably even before that. So, I don't know.
I'll believe it when one of them walks up and shakes my hand and I see it as an alien.
Hey, I had a dude in my car. I got no other explanation except he was a freaking alien. I don't know. That guy creeped me out.
I don't know. You were working the night shift driving a cab.
Yeah, I know. But still, there's creepy people, and then there was this guy. Yeah, he was something else. Something else completely. I'm not sure what that was.
My ride with an alien.
I'm telling you.
I saw a really cool Reddit thread about time travel, and I found it because of a TikTok, and it was like, if time travel existed, it was about proof of time travel, right? And they referenced these historical moments where, like, a guy was supposed to die here, like there was like a planned assassination in a road, and then some dude was like, oh no, this is the road, right? And then they diverted the course, and then the dude ended up getting shot anyway.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah.
Of Austria-Hungary.
That was the one.
Left hand in Syria.
And I don't know, man. It was wild. I gotta fucking send it to you because I can't do it justice.
Have you heard the weasel conspiracy?
No.
No.
Okay, so apparently at the Hadron Collider in 2016-ish, a weasel got in and chewed some of the cords, and it shut it down. Like, basically shut that entire operation down because it cut all the electricity. And while they were restoring power, of course, the weasel did not survive.
Well.
It ended up in the collider.
Weasel time.
Basically, the theory is right after that is when Harambe was killed. And the theory behind that is ever since that weasel got into the collider, everything's been on a downward slope very fast. Faster than it should have been. Okay, the theory is to put a weasel of the equal size into the Hadron Collider to revert. Or it would make it twice.
Well, yeah, that might double down.
Yeah. What is the opposite of weasel? That's what we need to
that's what
figure
we need,
out.
the opposite of weasel.
Yeah.
Hawk, maybe?
I don't know. But
Hawks
yeah,
eat
the weasel
weasels.
got into the Hadron Collider and now things have gotten way worse.
Everything has a yin and a yang, right? So what is the opposite of a weasel?
I don't know, but I like the fact that the solution is to find a weasel of equal or greater size to put into it to try to reverse.
I swear to God, it sounds like a conspiracy theory from Monty Python. It does. The specifics of a weasel of equal weight and size.
Must be put in at a future date to equal out the timeline, for we all don't
Look,
explode
at
into
this point, I'm
space.
willing to try anything.
You're that worried about it, are you?
Just start chucking weasels in
And
it,
if
they
we
say.
don't fix this, what's going to happen?
I mean, the end of the world as we know it.
And I feel fine.
Yeah,
Look,
until the
man.
Taco Bell gets here.
Here's the thing, and maybe this was part of their plan all along. They let me have my weed. I don't fucking care anymore, man. Just burn it down if you want. Just get on with it.
They can tell we don't care by our leadership.
Well, I had a laugh this morning. I woke up and I saw that the president was going under the anesthesia.
Really? I didn't miss this.
He had prostate.
Okay.
They shot a camera up his ass to look to make sure that he was still okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still a human.
Yeah.
They checked his dipstick.
Well, because he was under anesthesia for the period of the procedure.
Football, yeah.
Yeah. Harris was president.
Oh, shit.
For 30 to 40 minutes.
That's just frightening.
Did she do anything?
No, nothing. But okay, so here's the
Wasted
thing.
a moment.
This is what I found funny, and what I thought was gonna make everybody's head explode. But thankfully, the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict took everyone's attention off of it. Because when Biden got elected, there were a lot of people who were so adamant that they were going to swap him with Harris, and I saw that today, and I was like, I wonder if this is the beginning. I was like, I can't wait to see what comes of this. For 30 to 40 minutes, Harris was president. I can't wait to see what the GOP's got.
I just feel like she should have made a presidential press release in that 30 minutes. Like, hey, y'all, I'm the boss now.
No, president here. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Well, I guess the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is the bullshit, whatever bullshit QAnon comes up with. What the last thing that they were known for, they were sitting and waiting for JFK to return. So, because that, JFK Jr., just because of that, because the
JFK Senior's gunshot.
Yeah. Just because of the absurdity of it, I'm almost certain within the next couple of weeks to a month, there's going to be a start of matriculation that Harris pulled some crazy, like she was juggling sharks in a tutu as president. I don't know. I'm just waiting to see it.
These motherfuckers are crazy enough to wait on the grassy knoll for a dead person to summon. Like,
Not even the same dead person, his son. That's where it confused me. I was all with it until I found out they was waiting for his son. Then I was like, that's dumb.
Hey, she's like, this is where I draw the line, guys.
I was with you right up till there.
Right. So typically, I know we don't get super political here, but like this is more. I'm waiting for the satire of it because that's what I find entertaining at this point.
You said super, and it reminded me tonight, supermoon. Woohoo.
it is really fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's really crazy.
Didn't we just have an eclipse too?
I meant to remind everybody to charge their crystals.
Yep.
It's tonight.
And last night.
Last night? Oh, okay.
We had almost a total eclipse of the moon.
Well, then, never mind.
Earth also has a second moon now for a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There is an asteroid that is caught in our orbit and is going to be there for, I think they said, the next 30 or maybe 300 years.
Asteroid.
Or the moon's orbit.
An asteroid.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Goes with our second sun and everything, too.
No, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's like a little satellite, small.
Right, but is it orbiting the Earth or the moon?
It's orbiting the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the moon has a moon.
The moon has a moon.
And I think
has
they
a moon.
said that they used infrared imaging to look at it, and it looks like it's a chunk of the moon itself. Like it
Could
fell
be.
off, or it's been floating around that area for a while. Like Probably.
on a very slow orbit, and we just now noticed
Like it's been gone for a long time, and it's coming back. And up again.
The new guy on the alien team fucking drilled in the wrong area. Fucking Space Force ain't training people right.
It's the bad guys on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
They got their mining operation going.
That's what it is.
Yeah. They had a small explosion and poof, a little chunk.
They sent Space Force up there.
Because dark side.
It's actually from Clandecta.
Do we have to respect Space Force like automatically, or do they have to do something
I'm
first?
sorry, Guardians of the
They've
Galaxy.
been out there doing it for a while. They're just now getting recognition for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who do you think is
Okay.
fixing all our military space satellites?
So
The guys catching rides with Russia and China in their space program?
The nerds.
Chris will back me up on this. Instead of the Ari didn't hear this.
What? Words?
Instead of like being called like a private in the army or anything like that, in the Space Force you're called a guardian.
Yes.
Of the galaxy.
You are a guardian of the galaxy, and it is legit.
Goody raccoon.
Man, what if that fucking
That's the
weasel was a
magic.
guardian and we didn't know it?
Yeah.
You got the Star-Lord decoration.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, Weasel was DC.
Yeah, and their special services is called I Am Groot.
Thanks for checking out the Odd Pod. If you want to hear the whole show, consider becoming a patron of our Patreon. Head to patreon.com/the Odd Pod. We're also all over social media like an STI that won't wash off. Head to tapdetroit.com/the Odd Pod to follow us today. We're already following you, and you forgot to buy milk.